Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another weekly Friday garden update, garden tour. So this was my Pinky Winky with a little tiny bee on it. So cute. So whenever I talk about the Pinky Winky and they have the fertile and the sterile buds or flowers on it, this is what I mean. The sterile flowers, they're not going to be able to get any nectar out of, but the fertile flowers they can. And this one is a little lime punch. Looks like it does have some more buds that will be blooming soon. Going back to the little bee, and you can see that he is drinking the nectar from the fertile flower. And the fertile flowers are those little tiny ones on the inside. And not all hydrangeas have that. The quickfire have that, the Pinky Winky, I think the little quickfire have it. Those are the ones I know for sure have it. And I think the mountain variety hydrangeas have it too. And I haven't been seeing very many bees out lately, so when I did see it, I needed to take a video. But this day I did see a giant, I don't know what it is, but it's huge, and it's not a wasp and it doesn't look like a bee, but it is huge and it is very mean, and it likes to hide underneath the hydrangeas over here. It's been hiding under this Pinky Winky, and then it'll go to my limelight hedge, and it looks like the size of like a small bird. It is huge. And this is the little quickfire. So that's what I mean. It does have the sterile and the fertile flowers. Pinky Winky again. And I have been seeing a lot of butterflies on this too. And moths. And I think that was a little grasshopper. And there's a little moth. Again, I do live in zone 6B and I hand water. So I did have to back up from that plant because that wasp thing or whatever it was coming at me. And this is another Pinky Winky. Again, it got blowed all the way over when I first planted it, and I tried staking it up, but that's how it's just going to grow for this season, and then next season it'll look better. And this is my gorgeous limelight hedge. So eventually all of my hydrangeas are going to be like a hedge. So even if they're different varieties, I still want it to be just a magical little cottage, you know, just an area where it looks so dreamy. These are the limelights. These are taller than my toddler, so about 3.5 feet, almost 4 feet tall already. And these have been here since the house was built, and they're all 3 feet away from each other. I do prune these back in the early spring, and you can see that they're already starting to put on that pink color. When you see the tag of your limelight, it'll have like a little pinky color, and that's when that happens. It's in the fall, but it's not quite fall here yet. We still got like 90-degree temperatures, and this is Kansas, so our fall probably won't hit till the end of September. Another Pinky Winky. These are on drip, so the lawnmower did cut this. I'm gonna have to cut this piece off and then put another piece in, but eventually I want to take out all that black edging and then put in brick, because I really don't like the black edging. And this is the Pinky Winky. You can start to see where it starts to turn pink. It just looks like somebody splatted it with like a little paintbrush. And those are the firelights, and the brown ones, they're not crispy, they're not like you killed your plant. It's just part of the growing process of your plant. So that's the aged, where it starts to turn the pink, and that's just what they look like when they age. So there's nothing wrong with your plant. Pinky Winky. And that one is another firelight. So that Pinky Winky that's over there, I'm thinking about scooting that one to the back where I have a big open space. And then that Tar Diva standard that I have over there by the firelight, I will be digging that out because I don't like it. And this is my pink diamond. That will be its first set of buds, which will make a bloom, and I'm really excited. And this is the back of the limelight hedge. And then there was a huge spider. I'm not a big fan of spiders, but if they're in the garden, I leave them alone. And this thing, I have no clue what it is, but it's huge. I don't mess with it. It's been here for about a week, and I don't mess with it. And it stays there. It doesn't mess with me. It doesn't like try to crawl off of its web. No clue what it is, but if it's gonna eat the mosquitoes, I'm for it. Now we're going to be going to my side garden, the side of the house, and this is the oak leaf hydrangeas. The Gatsby Moon oak leaf hydrangea is what this is. And this one has not put any blooms out for me yet, but those little tiny areas in the middle, that's where the buds will come out of. So I'm hoping, since the season's still going and it's not over yet, hopefully I will get some blooms. But it was just planted this year, and this thing was tiny when I planted it. I think it was in a half-gallon container, and when I first planted it, it snapped off in a storm. We have really bad wind storms here, and I planted it in the spring, and I was hopeful since it was on the side of the house it'd be fine, but still snapped it off. But it's bigger than this one, and this one was bigger than the other one when I first planted it. And this one is another Gatsby Moon. And those brown crispy leaves I will have to cut off because I think it's rust whenever it gets splattered. It's like a fungus. And then I went back to my front because there were some butterflies, and this is a monarch butterfly, and its little wing was clipped. Looks like it was cut completely off. And then there was a praying mantis on the house. I've never seen one this big before. I've always seen the teeny tiny ones. This one is huge. And praying mantises are really good for your garden. They will eat pests. Same with ladybugs. That's the end of today's video. Thank you for watching.